Hello my friends and welcome back to the Today Machine channel. Grip the STIHL 070 and feel how it bites into the log with unstoppable strength. Deep in Timicus forest, its engine growls steady as workers slice through giant trunks with practiced ease. Every time the blade meets the wood, raw power bursts free. The saw's long guide bar digs in clean, sending curls of sawdust spinning in sunlight. Each cut feels like a balance between man and machine, steady and sure. Operators keep the angle sharp to prevent binding, shifting positions between each cut. It feels as if they and the machine understand each other completely. The steady hum fills the forest, echoing through the dense canopy. Logs are stacked for transport. Nothing simpler, yet more effective than a STIHL 070 doing exactly what it was built to do. And a single SC cone powered by the QM auger can split logs thick enough to dull an axe. Its steel cone bites into each log, guided by a hardened centering tip that can be replaced for long-term use. Once engaged, the screw motion pulls the log tighter, forcing clean splits with minimal effort. That twist looks almost alive, tearing the wood apart so smoothly. Available in various sizes, the SC attachment serves both home users and heavy-duty professionals. The resistance almost fades as the cone drives deeper. Simple mechanics, but serious strength at work. Grip, cut, and lift. DFM Compact Feller Buncher slices through standing timber in one swift motion. Designed for track loaders, the CFB16 tackles trees up to 16 inches thick with its 1/800 RPM cutting disc. The TS3 cutting tooth system gives it the toughness of steel and the endurance of carbide. That bite looks like it means business. Cylinders are cushioned and pivot pins thickened to cut down on maintenance time. Feels like this thing could chop all day without breaking a sweat. Operators connect to the plug-and-play hydraulics, lift the arm, and let the buncher do the heavy part. Its compact size makes it ideal in tight forest spaces where bigger harvesters can't maneuver. How efficiently compact gear handles full-scale work. Watch the turbo mulcher bite through heavy brush, its spiral drum shredding everything in its path with relentless force. Designed to grind through timber and brush, it turns dense vegetation into uniform mulch within seconds. You can almost feel the speed in how it clears ground so smoothly. Each rotation of the spiral drum feeds material steadily, reducing flying debris and leaving behind a fine layer of shredded wood. Operators move along forest edges, controlling the mulcher's pace to balance power and efficiency. Its drum design keeps the cut consistent, even through thicker trunks. That steady churning feels unstoppable, like the machine's got no patience for overgrowth. Unlike older models that scatter chips widely, this version keeps everything contained, improving safety for nearby workers. The result is a clean, level surface ready for replanting or access paths. How tidy the forest floor looks after all that cutting. With speed, power, and precision in one package, the turbo mulcher reshapes how land clearing gets done. Grass, brush, and young trees don't stand a chance when the Blue Diamond Severe Duty Brush Cutter goes to work. Its heavy flywheel and razor-edged blades tear through thick willows and poplars, clearing ground in seconds. The cutter attaches to a skid steer, turning it into a powerful land-clearing tool capable of grinding dense growth into fine mulch. You can almost hear the power through every impact, like it's cutting straight through time. Once engaged, the cutter's hydraulic system maintains high torque, keeping the spinning disc consistent even under heavy resistance. Each pass leaves behind nothing but clean soil and shredded debris. Hard to believe a skid steer attachment can chew through whole shrubs like they're grass. The cutter's design also reduces flying material, keeping the operator safer during rough work. Maintenance is straightforward. Easy access to the motor, quick change blades, and reinforced housing extend the machine's lifespan. Whether on farmland or forestry edges, this attachment turns overgrown areas into open, workable space. Kind of wild how much land gets cleared before you even blink. How does the Ponsse Scorpion keep its cabin level even when the ground tilts? It uses a triple frame design that keeps the operator's cabin level on rough terrain. The fork boom reaches and grips trunks with balance, feeding them smoothly into the cutting head. Each swing looks so composed, like the forests moving on autopilot. Large glass panels give a full view, letting the operator stay focused on every move. The machine's stability system adjusts instantly on uneven ground. Hard not to admire how it keeps calm while trees tumble around it. Designed for comfort and strength, the Scorpion proves why it leads Ponsse's lineup worldwide. The Quadco QB3500 turns dense forest into neatly stacked timber within minutes. The Quadco QB3500 bar saw on the Timber Pro TL755D slices through hardwood, with a fixed felling head that grips, cuts, and stacks in one smooth motion. Its continuous rotation and high torque system allow perfect control even on large, uneven trees. This setup feels like muscle and intelligence packed together. The operator can switch between felling and loading seamlessly, saving time in dense forest jobs. The grapple arms clamp with precision, minimizing waste and maximizing recovery. That grab before the cut always looks like a power move. Tennessee's bush forestry puts this beast to full use daily. The Korea CHIPO 8010C splits logs thicker than 50 centimeters with hydraulic force. Its splitter option transforms large timber into manageable pieces before chipping. Hydraulic force drives the wedge through hardwood, pushing each log against the blade with relentless motion. You can almost hear the effort of every ton being torn apart. Once split, the pieces feed into the chipper section, where rotating drums reduce them to uniform wood chips. The operator adjusts pressure and direction with a control panel, guiding the process for consistent output. How fast, thick trunks turn into handfuls of chips. The steel frame absorbs every vibration, keeping the structure steady even under continuous load. Used widely in biomass and lumber preparation, the Comtech CHIPO 8010C shows how compact equipment can handle large-scale tasks efficiently without losing control or balance. Every motion of the CHIPO 8010C by SJ Korea is built for relentless efficiency, crushing heavy logs into chips ready for industrial use. The feed rollers pull each log firmly toward the cutter drum, slicing them cleanly with rotating blades. That stream of chips flying out looks oddly like popcorn in turbo mode. A conveyor then carries the chips smoothly for collection or further processing. Pretty wild efficiency for such dense wood and end. With 32 tons of splitting force, the Magnum 32 trail boom speed shows how power and control can share the same frame. The hydraulic press drives through dense wood while the large deposit table collects the split pieces. That piston speed looks unreal for a single operator setup. The mechanical control gives steady movement, and the auto speed valve switches automatically between pressure and fast mode. Feels like this machine doesn't waste a second thinking. With low power consumption and quick shift from transport to work position, it turns log splitting into smooth, non-stop motion. Wood never stood a chance here. Hundreds of logs per hour are reduced by the wood chunker into uniform chunks fit for efficient gasifiers. The rotating blades cut cleanly through dense wood, producing chunks ideal for combustion. You'd never guess that rough timber could turn fuel-ready in seconds. Operators keep a steady rhythm loading each log, keeping the system continuous. Feels like the machine chews through trees for breakfast. Every load becomes energy potential for wood-powered vehicles. Every part of Southstar's forestry lineup is built to deliver maximum output, turning complex logging work into smooth, predictable performance. The FD series directional felling heads grip and cut standing timber with hydraulic rotation, bringing massive trees down exactly where intended. Next, the QS harvester heads take over, processing logs into measured lengths with strong feed rollers and cutting saws. That timing between grab and cut feels perfectly tuned, like the forest just obeys the machine. Each model connects seamlessly with leading carriers like Tigercat, John Deere, and Seat. Operators rely on the integrated control and measuring systems to track length, diameter, and volume in real time, ensuring every cut meets target output. You'd never think that much data and muscle could work together so smoothly. Field tests across North America and New Zealand show the same outcome: efficiency without compromise. When a single head can fell, delimb, and measure in one motion, you get why this setup changes the pace of modern logging. The machine doesn't just handle wood, it manages productivity itself. Somehow the whole process looks almost too easy for what it's doing. What allows a timber handler to climb 12% gradients while hauling trailers full of logs? The answer lies in the 735 East electric drive. Logs are lifted, sorted, and stacked with smooth control while the hybrid system combines diesel and electric power for optimal energy use. The operator moves tons of wood like it's nothing. In trailer mode, the machine tows large timber loads across gradients, keeping performance steady and precise. The mechanical arm grips and positions each log for further cutting and transport, saving up to 30% in operating costs. That's serious output with smart design. Its low energy demand and high durability make it ideal for sawmills managing non-stop material flow. You'd never guess this much power runs that quietly. With a 2.6 square meters timber grab, the Sennebogen 860 ME series moves tons of logs across the port of Parnu. The machine's hydraulic boom extends smoothly over the piles, lifting logs from barges and stacking them with remarkable coordination. Operators guide the grapple arm with fingertip precision, ensuring each movement fits the load's weight and angle. There's something oddly relatable about how it pauses mid-air, like it's deciding which log to grab next. As the grab closes, hydraulic pressure locks the timber in place, then the arm retracts to load trucks and conveyors. Every log finds its path through steady, repetitive cycles. You almost sense how stable the machine stays, even when swinging tons of wood. From the elevated cab, operators get a panoramic view of the port, adjusting the boom's reach for continuous flow. The reinforced undercarriage and heavy-duty tires maintain traction across wet or uneven dock surfaces. Looks like it could work through a storm without breaking stride. The E-Series engine optimizes fuel use, reducing emissions while keeping lifting power constant. Its quiet hydraulics and responsive controls show how engineering and control blend seamlessly in modern timber handling. Though each trunk is massive, the Albach-class 2000 slices through it effortlessly, turning resistance into pure power. The machine at Wurzer Umweltdienst handles thick trunks up to 60 centimeters with powerful efficiency. The hydraulic feed pulls each log into the chipper, breaking it down into fine biomass. That bite of the blade shreds wood like it's nothing. The rotating drum turns whole trees into chips within seconds, while the discharge chute sprays the biomass neatly into waiting trucks. Operators coordinate the feed speed and drum pressure for maximum output. With each pass, the Diamat 2000 proves why it's valued for large-scale wood recycling, combining high throughput, mobility, and power that keeps biomass production constant across the field. NN. With 640 horsepower under its frame, the AHWI Prenoth Raptor 800 chews through dense terrain with brute strength. Its rotor cuts into the ground up to 40 centimeters deep, turning thick vegetation into fine mulch. You can almost smell the heat coming off that grind. Covering up to 0.8 hectares per hour, it clears massive fields in no time. That's one angry lawnmower on steroids. Up to 80,000 cubic meters of timber per year flow through the Husaw R200A1 in southern Estonia. Logs ranging from 2.5 to 6.5 meters are rolled onto the feed line, their bark stripped clean before entering the cutting chamber. The conveyor moves fast, up to 150 meters per minute, keeping the pace relentless. That speed alone could catch anyone off guard the first time. Blades engage instantly, slicing logs into exact dimensions with no wasted motion. Each pass feels like pure control between power and accuracy. Operators monitor screens, adjusting pressure and feed speed to maintain consistency. Sawdust streams out in golden bursts, and processed timber stacks neatly by size. The system runs so smoothly without missing a beat. Sensors track every rotation, optimizing each cut for yield. Once complete, the line pauses only long enough to switch batches before starting again. Nothing fancy, just efficiency done right. With a yearly output reaching up to 80,000 cubic meters per 8-hour shift, the Husaw R200A.1 turns raw forest logs into clean, uniform timber that fuels Estonia's thriving wood industry. Few machines handle that balance of strength and speed so effortlessly. NN. The Bandit 21XP chipper, armed with a Cummins 275 horsepower turbo diesel, goes head-to-head with gray box eucalyptus, one of the toughest hardwoods on Earth. Each feet of timber is gripped by the rollers and drawn toward the cutting drum, turning dense logs into sharp, uniform chips in seconds. That wood density looks like it could stall lesser machines instantly. The heavy flywheel keeps momentum constant, even when the load thickens. Hearing that crunch almost feels like the chipper's eating boulders. Built for large crane jobs, this 21XP in Sydney shows why Bandit machines dominate the toughest arborist work worldwide. Unstoppable torque meets brutal timber. Pure power at play. Branches thump into the Bandit Model 18XP as its feed wheels pull them toward the spinning drum. This chipper's wide 19.75 by 20.5 inch opening makes quick work of twisted limbs that would jam smaller units. The 37-inch drum turns dense wood into uniform chips with brutal efficiency. That pull is stronger than you'd think for a mid-size machine. Operators use the hydraulic winch to drag in full tree sections, keeping pace with heavy clearing jobs. Powered by a Cat diesel engine reaching up to 174 horsepower, it keeps its rhythm steady even under pressure. No wonder councils love this beast. It chews through branches like snacks. Auto Feed Plus keeps the process smooth, saving both time and energy. You can almost feel the torque doing the talking here. N. Recycling yards rely on the McCloskey 628RE for cleaner mulch and faster sorting. Its rotating drum filters material by size, sending fine mulch one way and coarse pieces the other. The contrast between those two streams looks oddly perfect for recycling yards. The adjustable screening angle and hydraulic conveyors keep the flow steady, no matter the density. Large side conveyors stack material high, keeping loaders free for other work. That pile grows faster than you expect, almost like the machine's got endless stamina. Built for continuous duty, the 628RE keeps grinding operations efficient and organized all day. Lifting up to 60 tons and stacking 47% higher than big wheel loaders, the Wagner log stacker changes the game. Each model lifts with double reduction planetary axles that spread the load evenly, minimizing stress. Operators stand at ground level to service the machine through its lighted maintenance bay. No crawling required. You'd expect a beast like this to burn fuel fast, but it actually saves nearly 30%. LED stairways and wide walkways keep movement safe day or night. The optional rotating cab reduces fatigue on long shifts. The lift height on this thing feels unreal. Those logs stack like Lego towers. Engineered for demanding forest work, the Ponsse Ergo and Buffalo machines handle tons of timber with unmatched control. Hydraulic cranes grip and lift precisely, feeding trunks into harvesters that strip and cut in seconds. These two handle the forest like seasoned giants. That smooth grab always looks oddly calm. A 51-inch cutting width and 80cc motor make the Prenoth M550E1300 a powerhouse on any excavator. The operator switches between BCS knives or UPT's teeth depending on terrain. This thing chews through wood like it's brunch time. Durable, adaptable, unstoppable, and see the Ropa Navarro Mal sweep through heaps of material, lifting and loading in one fluid motion. Built for bulk handling, it tackles loose materials like biomass, wood chips, and grain with powerful efficiency. Its extendable conveyor sweeps across piles, collecting and transferring loads seamlessly. The rotating pickup head draws in the material, while the elevator belt lifts it steadily upward. Kind of funny how it almost eats the whole pile like a hungry creature. Operators control everything from a raised cabin with full visibility for loading precision. You can sense how each movement maximizes output. Every rotation keeps the flow smooth and uninterrupted. Each swing of the turbo saw 3,400 rupees clears trees and stumps in seconds, proving how far compact machines have evolved. Mounted on a skid steer, it cuts through trees with its swing boom, giving operators flexible reach for trimming or full removal. The rotating head handles angled cuts and makes stump grinding simple, leaving clean ground behind. Kinda wild that one attachment can handle trimming, felling, and grinding. Its hydraulic drive delivers steady torque, so even dense trunks give way fast. After each cut, the stump spray system applies treatment automatically to stop regrowth. That's clever engineering for serious field work. The RS3400's design helps reduce time spent repositioning, saving fuel and effort during large-scale clearing. You'd expect a chainsaw army for this job, but 3,400 rupees gets it done. From forest edges to pasture restoration, it turns heavy vegetation into manageable terrain with sheer mechanical efficiency. Watch how the twin grapple on the RTD3026 moves like an extra pair of hands at Stora Enso Anjala. Each grapple lifts and rotates bundles with firm control, streamlining every motion on the yard. The twin setup doubles efficiency without extra strain on the operator. That twin grip looks unstoppable. Logs shift swiftly from truck to stack, keeping the workflow constant through every load. Pretty wild how stable those tons of timber stay mid-air. Few small sawmills handle black cherry logs this cleanly. The LT50 shows how professional setup makes all the difference. Each log carries a deep reddish hue that hints at the value inside. The couple works in perfect sync, one guiding, one adjusting the blade speed, turning raw timber into usable lumber with precision and rhythm that come only from experience. You can almost hear the calm confidence in every movement they make. Instead of rushing, they align every cut to preserve grain and minimize waste. The LT50's hydraulic log loader lifts effortlessly, and the power feed glides the blade through cherry wood like slicing through silk. This kind of teamwork makes the process look smoother than it probably feels. The band blade hums in a steady line, releasing curls of sawdust as the plank slides free. It's neat how every pass reveals another layer of color and texture. After several cuts, perfectly squared lumber stacks neatly to the side. A few larger pieces show tiny waves along the grain, natural marks that add to their beauty. You just know these boards will become something lasting. When they clean off the sawdust together, it's quiet satisfaction. No rush, no fuss. Feels like craftsmanship meeting patience right there.